Good afternoon, everybody. Robert Weichelt here with the Legacy and Listings session for today. Use estate planning to win more listings. That's really kind of what it's all about. Today is a very, very high impact session. I'm your host, co-host, Robert Weichelt. I am the host of the More Listings Mastermind, as well as my LegacyLink founder, Tim Yates. This is a webinar for California agents. We did have somebody that showed great amount of interest in getting a program for their business. They're in Texas, and we forwarded them great ways to go. This is a California agents session. This 30-minute session is focused, actionable, and packed with proven strategies that you can implement starting today. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and thank you for your time. Who am I? My name is Robert Weichelt. I'm the host of the More Listings Mastermind. We meet every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm a realtor, just like you. Active in the real estate industry since 1986. Tim and I talk about this all the time. 40 years, February 14th, 1986, real estate games. Privilege of helping thousands of sellers, agents achieve success in any type of market. As a broker, trainer, mentor, my mission is very simple. I want to empower others to grow, win, and lead with purpose. My specialty is helping agents identify now listings as well as position themselves for future listings, whether it's working with the now business, FSBO's expired pre-foreclosure, or setting up for future business, whether it be your circle of influence, which we're certainly going to touch base in today, or the distressed property market and the REO market. So my goal and our goal is to help you use estate planning to win more listings. So at this point, I would like to introduce the founder of MyLegacyLink and the co-host of Legacy and Listings. Tim is someone who has helped, build multiple successful companies that have made a real impact. TEDx speaker, so he certainly knows a thing or two about communicating big ideas with clarity and purpose. So at this time, I'd like to welcome my friend, the founder of MyLegacyLink, Tim Yates. Tim, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. I just realized that I need to update my picture a little bit. I think I lost a couple more hairs since then. So, I could see a couple on the left side that I don't have anymore. So I think we need to update that.
You got it, brother. You and me both. Everything my wife is always busting my chops about updating my photo. So I love it. So let's do this. Let's before we get started, Tim, let's do this. Let's tell the audience who's Tim Yates.
So let's summarize this thing real quick. So my name is Tim Yates. I founded an estate planning firm, which has now really morphed into a technology firm about a decade ago with my wife, Carrie, who is our firm's lead attorney. And we have really been focusing on disrupting the estate planning industry in a very non-traditional way, working directly with real estate professionals. And so, when we looked at the industry as a whole, we started looking at the numbers, which I'll touch on here. We just realized that if we started focusing on working with real estate professionals, they already have the trust, the relationships, they have a seat at the table with the homeowners. And so I figured if we could create a program that not just helps us protect people's assets through setting up living trusts, but help real estate agents not just help people buy and sell more homes, but have them protect really the home itself. That's the key right there, is protecting the home itself. So we have built a wonderful program that I'm excited to share with everybody. And I want to put everyone at ease right now. I'm not selling you anything. Everything you're going to see is all free. And it's things that you can utilize for your business and hit the ground running immediately. So I mentioned numbers. Robert, you and I talk about this all the time. These numbers are what caught my attention over a decade ago about this industry. And you look at it specifically for California. Again, we're talking about California right now. Roughly 87.3% of all homeowners do not have their real estate holdings protected by a living trust. 87.3. That equates to roughly 9 out of 10 people in an agent's database that does not have their home or any other assets protected by a living trust. So that is something that is unfortunately the reality of the world. That's why our court cases are so backlogged. I can look at the court calendar in all 58 counties, Robert, and I can see how backlogged they are with probate cases. So we decided we got to change that. We decided to create some programs that we're going to share here that's going to accomplish two things. One, it's going to help more people protect their assets with a living trust. And two, it's going to help our real estate partners build more business, get more listings. And that's really what it comes down to. It creates a win-win for all of us. And that's really what it should be about.
And you know what? You hit the nail on the head. I think it's important. A lot of times we'll jump on a Zoom call with the enticement, if you will, of something free. This is truly a tool that you're providing realtors like myself and the folks that are watching this, whether it be at home or live today, a free tool, an introduction on estate planning, and you're helping the agents identify that 9 out of 10, that's a big number, by the way, 9 out of 10 of the people that we reach out to, whether it be in our database, our community, at our open house, which we'll certainly talk about that in a minute, 87.3 do not have a living trust, and the probate courts are backed up. So this is a free tool that you're going to walk through, help these agents understand, and go to next steps. So let's go into the next steps. Let's go into program one,
Yeah.
Tim.
Well, let's talk about cost. Okay, so here's the reality about the estate planning. The two reasons why people don't have an estate plan. Number one is they just don't know what they need. Do I need a trust? Do I need a will? Unfortunately, a lot of people will get a will thinking that's what protects them from everything. But unfortunately, here in the state of California, only a trust will protect your assets from the state and from probate, not a will. So you need to have both. So people make that mistake often. Now, once they start to realize what they need, then the next stage is usually sticker shock. A lot of times people will go and get an estate plan consultation done, and they'll usually find out it can run thousands of dollars. And even if someone has millions of dollars of assets to protect, a lot of people are still reluctant to hand over a few $1,000s for some legal documents. So people justify not getting it right away. They put it off, and they put it off, and they put it off. I'll eventually get to it. I'm healthy. I'm young, and the next thing you know, they don't get it done. So as a firm, we decided to tackle two things. One, we're going to educate everybody. We're going to make sure that everyone knows what they need, why they need it, how they get it, what the process looks like. And then the second thing is we're going to completely eliminate cost as a factor in the equation. So we wanted to make sure that we made this affordable. I no longer wanted to hear people say, Tim, I know I need this estate plan, I need this trust and all these other documents, but I can't afford it right now. So we wanted to eliminate that. So we did a couple of things. One, we made sure that every estate plan quote that we give is affordable and can work within a budget of most people. So the average cost for a revocable living trust package in California is roughly about $2,500 and up. So our program, first and foremost, usually charges less than $1,000. So we're less than $1,000 for pretty much everything across the board. That's an important number to realize. The second thing we wanted to do was we looked at real estate agents as we started working with them over the years, learning more about what they do, how they do it, why they do it, realizing that, agents give closing gifts. When you work with a client, you want to gift your clients, a closing gift, and you want to take care of your VIP clients, and you want to do things like that. And oftentimes a closing gift will be, it'll be gift baskets and things like that, which are great, bottles of wine or, massages and all that kind of stuff. But it's not really lasting. So we came up with a plan to say, hey, look, imagine if we made an estate plan as a closing gift just for our agents, where an agent could purchase the closing gift for $499, but it's a $2,500 value. So when that deal closes, they can call me up and say, Tim, I need to purchase an estate plan for a client that's closing escrow in 2 weeks. Okay, great. What's their names? Give me their information, and we'll create a nice gift certificate that we send to the agent. And then they can present that to their client. And it's the most important thing. Now, it is a $2,500 value, but the agent is going to pay $499, which, correct me if I'm wrong, Robert, but isn't that kind of the average cost? I mean, when you were purchasing closing gifts for your clients and stuff, I mean, is it around, $300, $400, or $500 maybe?
Well, you know what? Just about every time I went through phases. I go through phases where I'll go Home Depot card, $500 as a closing gift. Or, I went to gift baskets. I had my daughter making some gift baskets at one point when she was younger. And that was about the equivalent of about a $500 gift as well. Because giving a closing gift is important. But I found the Home Depot card, it's used, it's gone, they don't remember you. The gift basket either expires or it's gone through the first time they get it. There's no real trail of value. So I personally, the reason why I want to share this with as many agents as possible, because this adds value. And when you're becoming the trusted advisor in all phases of real estate, including this, it's yeah. So you're right. It's about a $500 closing gift. That's what I would normally use.
Yeah, and the other thing about this too is it gives the agent a wonderful reason to contact their clients on a regular basis, because a big part of our job too is we don't just create an estate plan for a client and then it's one and done. We work with them for their entire lives because they need to make updates to it. People have children. They have children that were minors at the time. Now they become adults. They want to change out beneficiaries. They want to change out, successor trustees, executors, all those things. So it's just a great way for all of us to really take care of a family for the rest of their lives. It's so much better too than just calling up saying, hey, John, this is Tim. Are you thinking of buying or selling? This is hey, John, this is Tim. Hey, let's talk about your family, updates, things like that. So again, it just creates a different conversation. So it truly is a gift that just keeps going for the rest of everyone's lives. And to me, that's a powerful thing. So, and the other thing too, I was saying this too, Robert, is any agent that becomes part of our network, and again, there's no cost to join the network, just so you know, but you become part of our network. That just means I'm committed to working with you in your business. You're committed to working with me. But if an agent, as you know, Robert, too, a lot of agents are part of that 87.3%. A lot of agents don't have their own home or their own investment properties protected by living trust. So if they join us, they can take advantage of this as their own closing gift, so to speak, and purchase it and get a full revocable estate plan package for their own self, their own family members. So it's just a wonderful way for us to give back.
You mentioned some really important parts before we move on to the next program. 87.3% do not have a living trust. That's a big number. You're going to be able to follow up with your database instead of just the old proverbial, you want to buy, sell, or invest. There's another reason to protect them. They're protecting their legacy. So that's a huge number. So we're going to have a good conversation there. Great for COI follow-up. Home Depot card, gift baskets, those are perishables. Those go away. The living trust continues to add value. But I think the biggest thing that we need to remember is it's another reason to be a trusted advisor, and I that fires me up. So let's go into the next program here. Let's go to the next thing. Go ahead.
Perfect. One of my favorite things to do too is educate. I mentioned, the lack of education for our clients. We don't expect our agent partners to turn them into, trust advisors, legal advisors, tax advisors. None of that. Obviously, that's a big no-no. That's a no-go zone. But we want our agent partners to be able to be a connection from our firm directly to their firm, to their database in a way that makes it comfortable and wonderful for everybody. So we love to do these, quarterly webinar series where we can pick a date and a time. It's usually a 30-minute power webinar. We get people in and out, but all of our agent partners, we can pick the date and the time. We can send them out the invites with the registration links that they can send it to their database, invite everyone in your database to attend, invite their farm to attend. It's a great technique for farming too. As you know, I had some agents that were door knocking up in the Long Beach area, and as opposed to door knocking with the regular hangers and stuff, they were just door knocking to invite people to an upcoming webinar. And they got a ton of conversations going with that. It was something unique and different, and we had a massive turnout for it. And so again, it's just allowing, myself and my team to be able to educate people on the ins and outs of estate planning and just give people information and let them make make informed decisions from there. And people love it too, because if I got invited from one of my agents and I got a great discount on the deal and I got everything I needed, I'm going to be grateful because I got that invitation to attend. So these are ongoing webinars we do as either groups. We also are open to do them individually as well with agents or an agent's team if we want to. It's very customizable, but it's 30 minutes. It's super impactful, and the homeowners and everyone just loves these webinars. So definitely exciting.
Yeah, you know what? I dig them too. And I think the biggest thing to remember is you don't need to be a webinar expert, just be a professional inviter. That's what you're doing as a realtor. We're inviting them to the services that we provide, helping people buy, sell, and invest. So that is what we do, is we always need to come up with a new, great ways to be of value to our circle of influence and those in which we want to help in the real estate field. So I dig it. So let's go to the next program 3, the LDA training.
So this is taking it to a whole new level now. This is a program that we launched about a year and a half ago. We have an amazing team of attorneys that are attorney trainers that are the certification people through our process. So I guess the quickest way to get people to understand what this is agents will carry certain designations. We know agents carry certified probate specialist as an actual designation, which is great. But we wanted to take it a step further and help agents learn how to become registered and bonded LDAs. And LDA stands for legal document assistant, which would then allow them to actually talk to people more in depth about estate planning. Still not giving legal advice, but more in depth about estate planning, and also be able to build a whole new revenue stream for themselves or their firm through the use of the LDA designation. And so it's a free program. As you know, Robert, you're enrolled. Probably 98% of our partners have enrolled in this program because, as you know, it's the obligation. It's a 160-minute live Zoom training session a month, the first Wednesday of each month, conducted by one of our training attorneys. And it's just a great educational piece. If anything, some people are just going through it just to learn more. And they might not want to become registered and bonded LDAs, but it's available to them. It's something that we are so excited about. It's a game changer for so many businesses. And it's something that, again, we're very, very bullish on about the future.
And you know what? One thing I want to make sure that didn't slip through the cracks is that it opened up a new revenue stream. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of I'm in this for profit. I'm not a nonprofit. I'm a for profit. And there's income streams by reaching out to your database, knowing that 87.3 of them do not have the service, introduce it to them, and you, as the agent, referring agent, then income stream from that. Let's expand on that just real quick.
So it's not a referral, it's a partnership. And so there are, like I said, from the standpoint of this, it's training people to learn how to become a legal document assistant. And there's a process involved in that. So that's really what the training is. It's learning how to add that designation onto their signature line, obviously doing it in a legal and compliant way. That's why we have an amazing team that organizes that whole thing. But it opens up an entirely new revenue stream for, again, for an individual agent or a team of agents. And so it's something that to me was just a natural progression of this program and an opportunity for people to expand their income, but expand their database of clients.
I love it. And the biggest thing is you're getting compensated, or a chance to get compensated on things that you're already doing or at least supposed to do. That's called following up with your database. Introduce them to this. So let's go to the next. This right here, the Open House Accelerator, gets me fired up. So let's dive into this.
Yeah, so to me, again, talking to agents from all over California, asking them about their challenges and what they face, and most of them we would zero in on open houses. and we would hear, the challenges of number one, getting enough people to the open house, but then two, capturing information from people that are attending the open house. And knowing that, agents are taught to do a sign-in sheet, and a lot of times agents would see funny written names on the sign-in sheet and wrong email addresses. And, because people just don't want to get bothered. They just want to look at the house and they don't want to have people contacting them about things. So, but we said, hey, look, let's make this a win-win. Let's create a program where people want to give that agent their information. They want to give them that accurate information. They'll double, triple check to make sure that they gave them the right email address, the right phone number, and things like that. So we've created what we call the Open House Accelerator program, where people that are walking in, they can scan a QR code, they can input their information, and they get put into a drawing for a free an estate plan. And it's a great way for them to look at this and say, hey, you know what? Here's what happens, Robert. Most of the time, they'll look at each other, the husband and wife or the couple or whoever, they'll look at each other and like, we don't have an estate plan, do we? No, we need one. Yeah, this is good. Let's give them our information. Or what happens often too is if you're the agent, I walk in with my significant other. This may not necessarily be something that I'm thinking about right for us, because maybe we're a young couple, but my parents don't have one. I just thought of that. My mom and dad have some properties. I want to inherit them. I don't want the state to take those properties. I want those to go right to me. So, hey, maybe I should connect you with my parents. So next thing you know, you as the agent aren't just having a regular conversation with that young couple looking at an open house. You're actually talking to them about being introduced to their parents, about protecting their properties, which then opens the door for you to maybe pick up more listings. And it just keeps that relationship conversation going through multiple layers of a family tree. And that's what we have seen. We have seen agents go from that initial couple to their parents, to their neighbors, friends, to their cousins, and all that stuff. And it just keeps growing out that way. And it's just a tremendous program that we see great success from.
I love it. Get to the next steps. I think that's the biggest thing. This is a really quick and dry 30 minutes. Let's get to the power. Let's get to the next steps.
Yeah, I mean, the next step is it's simple. If anybody's interested in this, all you're gonna have to do is take your phone out, click on the QR code to my right here. I'm pointing at it, I think. There's the QR code right there. And it basically will take you to a basic questionnaire. Information, don't worry, it's secure information. I'm not selling it to any third parties. It's just really for my eyes and my team's eyes to just get a little knowledge about who you are, what your business is like, what some of your goals are, and to see if we might make a good partnership. And again, it'll probably take you 5 or 10 minutes to complete it. I'll review it personally and reach out to you personally after that to get to know each other and start building a business together.
Well, I appreciate it, Tim. Reason why we bring these webinars out to the agent community is our job is to reach out to buyers, sellers, and investors, knowing that 87.3% of them do not have what it is we're talking about right here. It automatically catapults me into the advisor category. I'm already giving closing gifts for all my clients, or at least I was. I used to use Home Depot as a card. I've tried gift baskets. I find that this is a huge improvement in my gifting to my clients. And it's more than anything else, is keeping me in touch with my folks. So I really encourage the agents that are watching this, whether you're live or you're watching it on our YouTube channel, reach out to Tim, find out a little bit more about it. This is a fantastic way to become a trusted advisor. Oftentimes clients, buyers, sellers will ask us, who do you know that's a roofer? Who do you have as an electrician? This is a great way for an advisor in terms of the estate planning. We're not giving legal advice. We're referring them to people that know about this business and care. That's it. So, Tim, any closing remarks we'd like to say to the folks tuning into this?
No, I always appreciate, working with you, Robert, and I'm looking forward to adding more wonderful people to our partnership.
I appreciate it, Tim. Thanks so much. And again, thanks for jumping on Legacy and Listings. We're live every Tuesday, 12 o'clock Pacific. It's just a great way to go. So with that said, Tim, I appreciate your time. Thanks so much. We'll end this recording, and we'll certainly stay on for some Q&A. Thanks again for joining the Legacy and Listings.